Ohio lawmakers are sending the state's transportation bill to the governor's desk. The $11 billion budget includes changes to ID requirements requiring proof of U.S. citizenship before registering at the BMV, banning traffic camera programs, which are in use now in Trumbull County in some communities, and it will also reduce the number of wayside detectors required on some railroads. State Senator Al Cutrona joins us now to go over it all. Thank you for taking the time to be here.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, Senator, this bill will end the handheld traffic camera programs that are in use right now in Wethersfield, Liberty, and Vienna. Vienna Township, Liberty Police, they say it helps them financially, and they believe keeps drivers and the public more safe. So why are you in favor of this change?
Well, first of all, I think that it's essential that we, get rid of these traffic cameras. I don't believe that it creates public safety. When you see an infraction ongoing, you should stop the infraction, not mail somebody 6 weeks later. So I think it's an opportunity to get rid of that program, and that's exactly what it does for townships and counties.
Now, one of the provisions included also is loosening up the state's requirements for the wayside detectors in the wake of the Norfolk Southern train derailment in East Palestine. The state put in some new measures that covered every 10 to 15 miles of railroad tracks. Now, this bill will change it for Class 2 and Class 3 railroads. So they would only have to install detectors every 25 to 35 miles. Is that right?
That's what's in the bill.
And why are you and other lawmakers okay with that change? I think a lot of folks in the public say, wait a minute, we don't want another Norfolk Southern train derailment in our backyard.
Sure. And well, the thing about the transportation budget is it encompasses a lot of things. So a support for the transportation budget may not just be for one sole thing. So my support was based upon the amount of road coverage, ODOT funding. We're talking about billions of dollars coming back through the state to be able to take care of our roads. That's the main and most important aspect of the bill. And specifically in my district, it's regarding the slide to make sure that roads that are eroded, they can have the funds to maintain those.
Do you expect the governor maybe will line item veto any of the portions of this bill? What are you hearing?
It's definitely up to the discretion of the governor. He has that authority. I think that both chambers had agreed upon without having to go to conference committee. And so I would hope that he would look at that and see that as a agreed upon will of the legislature. And overall, I think it's a solid piece of legislation. And obviously, I'm very supportive of removing the speed cameras. I think it's an unnecessary situation. I've had countless constituents reach out to me directly wanting that to get removed. And so seeing that in there, I'm excited. I tried to get in there last transportation budget, and I've been successful this time as it heads to the governor's desk.
Something you're also working on, you're proposing a change to the approach to education and the curriculum in Ohio. It's called Success Sequence. What is the concept for parents who aren't familiar?
The Success Sequence is a great opportunity to take a three-prong approach. And what it's simply saying is that number one, to graduate high school, number two, to get a full-time job, and number three, to be married before having children. And these three elements have been proven to break the chains of poverty. And so I think it's important to be able to illustrate that and to educate children in grades 6 through 12.
And while there is some data to support that model, as you mentioned, a Brookings Institute study shows the formula to be 20% more effective for white students. So how would you address things like institutional racism in order to close that gap? What would you look at to maybe make sure every student is getting what they need?
Well, I think that first off, we need to institute the program and to be able to get that into the schools. And as far as breaking the chains of poverty, I think that this is a great step in the early parts of it. And listen, this is something that's going to include every aspect, which is both parents. It's going to include the educators locally and the school board and workforce. So it's really taking a comprehensive view of it and figuring out what's best. And listen, if we're able to break the chains of poverty, to increase financial literacy, things of this nature are exciting. And so if nothing else, let's educate the children on that. Let's let them make the informed decisions as they grow into adulthood.
Also breaking this afternoon, as you and I are speaking, we just were talking about Senate Bill 1 heading to the governor's desk. Tell us why you're in support of that measure.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to having universities where it's merit-based. And I think that's exactly what this does by removing DEI. It's something that we're seeing on the federal level. It's something we were looking forward to doing last General Assembly, and now it's going to the governor's desk, and hopefully it'll get signed and placed into law.
What do you say to those who are in opposition of it? We're already hearing pushback, of course.
Well, listen, you're always going to get pushback on meaningful legislation. You can't make everybody happy, but I think this is a step in the right direction. It creates a truly merit-based approach to colleges. And I think that, that's important as people are paying for an education. They should be able to do that. And I think Senate Bill 1 is a great example.
Okay. Ohio Senator.
It takes away the labels that are placed on there. So.
Okay. Senator Cutrona, thank you for taking the time to join us right here at 5.
All right. Hey, thank you so much.